Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be showing you how to beat Enel with Belo, of course, because that's my main girl. And it's really not as complicated as it seems. People don't seem to understand that this matchup is now Betty favored because we have so many anti-starve options. I was talking to a bunch of people about it in the Swedish Championship, and people don't seem to understand that it's Betty favored. So today we're going to show you just how Betty favored it can be and just how to beat Enel, right? Because it's if you don't know how like the matchup tricks, right, then it's going to be a difficult matchup and you're going to struggle. But as long as you know these like few tips that I'll show you in this video, you should be super favored into Enel and it shouldn't be a problem at all. So let's jump into the deck list first of all, and then we'll jump into some games. All right, so this here is the deck list. This is just my standard deck list that I've been running recently. Works super fucking well, but the key cards in this matchup are going to be 6 cost Koala and 5 cost Sabo here. I know this promo Sabo is super expensive, but it is really worth it, especially if you want to go good into both decks that starve you, like Blackbeard and Enel, but also just in general against black matchups like Lucci. It's really powerful. So I highly suggest you get a playset of these. It's also going to be very strong against a new buggy after the starter deck comes out, so get a playset of these. I know I'm only running 3 here, but that's because I don't need 4 yet. Once starter deck drops, I will put in a 4th. Not sure what I'll cut yet, but we'll find that out as it comes. But yeah, basically you use these, right, to take your own life, which first of all draws you a card, and then his Gedatsus and Yamatos can't hit equally hard, like high targets, right? If you can bring yourself down to 2 life, then all of a sudden his Yamato can't hit your forecast, which are like your main power core house, right? And like, yeah, it's just, that's like literally how you do it, right? The entire matchup comes down to anti-starving yourself so that he can't keep as much control of the board. Other cards that are really important in this matchup is going to be 5 cost Ivankov and 4 cost Ivankov. Basically, what you do against Enel, right, because they snap take a lot of their early life, is that you literally just swing with leader every turn while establishing a big board with things like Ivankov and Ivankov. And then when you have a big board, he's hopefully at 1 or 2 life, and then you should be able to push through. Even if they've removed a bunch of things every turn, you should still have enough resources to just push through on that last turn where you need to. So you just basically spend the entire game setting up and then just pushing lethal. But yeah, other than that, I'll show you some actual games where we pull off these strategies and beat the shit out of some NLs. Alright, so we're going up against an Enel here, and we will go second. You don't want them to go second, because then they go nicely into their curve, and we get our curve fucked, obviously. But we find Kuma here, which is really nice. Just a turn 1 play. We'll pass. He doesn't really do anything on 3 Dawn, except maybe establish a Shirahoshi. The way you beat Enel, right, is that you establish a board and just not swing. Now he swung at me, which they sometimes do, but sometimes don't. But what we're gonna do here is we are going to just go Ivankov. We're gonna boost with this. We're gonna cheat out the Karasu. We're gonna go 5 face, and he will take. They take like all these early swings, right? Wow, nice trigger. We'll swing 5k again. He should take. Okay, never mind. He counters. But yeah, you just like next turn I'm not gonna swing with these, because we want to keep him at like 2 life while establishing a big board. All this is fine. You could also go double in Asuma here, but like I said, you don't really wanna be that aggressive. We're gonna start with the Betty, and we'll grab a Sabo here. Actually, I'm not gonna grab Sabo. If he was trying to star me, I'll grab Sabo here, and I cheated out of the Ivankov. But I'm gonna just grab the Lindbergh. That's better to cheat off of the Ivankov in this position. We find a second Ivankov here. And again, we could go Sabo here if he was trying to star me, but he's not, so he's going to be swinging at me. So we're just going to go Ivankov. We're going to go leader effect. We're going to cheat out the Lindbergh. And we're gonna not cheat out anything else, I don't think. We're gonna swing 5 here. I am actually tempted to swing another 8. Because he's going to 7, he won't have any resources to heal with. Which means we could probably push lethal next turn. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing 8 into him. He's gonna take. He's gonna trigger a Brule, but that's fine. And then we're just gonna cheat out the Karasu over this Ivankov. Now he has nothing to swing into. He has 1 life, 7 Dawn. Yeah, sure, he has 2 blockers, but Lindbergh would deal with one of those. So we should be able to push lethal next turn. He finds the Gadatsu, able to pop my Karasu blocker, but that's fine. I mean, we have rushers in hand, and we have like chances to trigger here. We'll take this, no trigger. We'll take the next one too, because we're gonna push next turn, right? So we don't really care about anything. He goes 7. We'll take no trigger again. A little bit unlucky, but we should still be fine here. And here we want to go as wide as possible, just so we don't risk losing to a trigger. And before we boost, we're actually gonna put 2 on Lindbergh and swing a 7. Because we want to make sure we swing Lindbergh first so we can deal with the blocker. He takes the first 7. Let's see how many triggers this man can get. No triggers here. Okay, that's good. No, it was a trigger. It was a Amaro trigger. That's fine. We will boost here. We'll go with the Ivankov. Because now he has like no cards in hand, right? So we should be able to go like 7 and connect. 7 and connect. Yep. Triggers a Brule, but I mean, if you can't defend these 7s, it unfortunately does not matter. Let's see. Yeah. So we win that. That's usually how the games play out, right? You just push before they are able to heal, because next turn he could have gone Yamato, right? Would have been a problem. But since I just snap took these, I didn't get any trigger either, which was a little bit crazy. Whereas he triggered a bunch. But we were still able to push through just with the sheer amount of swings we were able to put out. So yeah, very nice. And like I said, Lindbergh here is also really good in this matchup, just because he can deal with things like Brule. And yeah, just super nice, able to just rush out things. He doesn't have enough removal to keep up with Ivankov's. And GG's. All right, we're going up against the second Enel here. We're gonna go second again. Like Koala is really good in this matchup when they try to starve you, but since we don't have a turn 1 play or a really good turn 2 play, we're gonna mulligan this, and this is a lot better. We're just gonna start with Betty. Ivankov is really good, but Stage is also really good in this matchup, just making sure that you can find your pieces. So I'm gonna go Stage, and then we're gonna be able to start cycling here and trying to find other pieces. I'll go Kuma here. He shouldn't do anything on this turn. We'll see if he swings at me or not. It's going to be Zeus to pop my Betty. Interesting. That's fine by me. We don't have the Ivankov anyways here. But you see, he is trying to starve me here. So finding an Ivankov here is going to be really clutch. I'll pitch the Sabo. We don't find the Ivankov, but we do find the this Ivankov, right? Which is going to come in clutch next turn. But we'll hit him with a 5k face. And he should take that as well, because he's clearly very adamant on taking his life. And then we'll just go Koala Kuma here to just go wide. And then next turn, hopefully we can go like Ivankov into this Sabo. That would be really good, just to stop the starving. We'll see what he has here on 5. A lot of cards in hand, but he's also down in life already, right? Like he's already in a very weird spot. And we do have Stage, so we should be able to find our pieces. I think I bottom decked both of my Koala already, which is a little bit sad. But like this, like the 5-cost Sabo is really good in this matchup. Basically, it serves the same purpose as the Koala, right? Just anti-starve. And we have that, and we really just need to find like a 4-cost Ivankov or something. He's gonna play down Shirahoshi, which means he doesn't have any removal, or he's opting not to use his removal here. Actually gonna start with this before I do my search. We're gonna hit Belo Betty. regain some hand size at least. I'll grab the Karasu here, I guess. Don't think it really matters. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna pitch that anyways. I'll grab a Betty here. And I'll grab a 4-cost Ivankov here just for next turn. And we'll hit him with a 5, see what he thinks of that. If he takes this, we're gonna push next turn. He does, okay. Does he trigger something here? It seems like it. No, okay. So I could boost here just to apply that little bit of extra pressure on his hand. But he's just gonna take 1, counter 1. So it's like he'll get to cycle 1, and then he has a chance of trigger. I'm just gonna pass. And the next turn, as long as he doesn't have like any crazy removal here, right? We're gonna be able to threaten his hand a lot next turn. Really would like something like a 6-cost Koala now though for next turn, because if we aren't able to push next turn, we go wide and we rest our entire board, right? Then going like 6-cost Koala into Ivankov, into something else, just would make sure my board is standing, would be really powerful. But since we don't have that, we're just gonna be very aggressive next turn. He does find the Nami, so he gets rid of my Ivankov. But that's just 1 swing gone, I don't mind that. We'll see if he has another blocker for these 2 Dawn here. I doubt it, since he left, I think, 3 Dawn standing next turn, last turn. Gonna pitch to Kikunojo, get rid of my Ivankov. It's at least 2 cards out of his hand, because he has too many cards to get draw, which is so fine. Really nice that we were able to go wide with the Betty here. The extra Betty was really nice. All right, we'll see. You can also use this Sabo here as an anti-starve tool, but I don't think we're gonna do that here. We're gonna start with the stage though. There's the 6-cost Koala. Wow, okay, nice. I'll pitch the Lindbergh here, I think. We'll go wide like this. And we're gonna go... I think we're just gonna hit him with 5s, dude. Just get his hand size down a little bit. And then we'll recuperate the board with our Koala here. Like I said, the Koala Ivankov into something. Okay, now that makes me want to change my mind here. Taking that 5 is a very risky play for him. Even with a trigger here. What can we go? Can go 7, 7. We can go 7, 8, 8. 7, 8, 7, 7, 9. We can go 5. We can go 5, 7, 7, 7. We have a couple lines here, but he does Veggie trigger. Yes, that's fine. Not really the end of the world. He should probably use that on my leader instead. But I'm just gonna keep stabbing then with another 5 here. He's gonna have to counter now. And we're gonna go with another 5. Again, he's gonna have to counter, putting him in an awkward spot. And we'll take a life here. We'll cheat out the Ivankov, play over this, attach 2 to the Ivankov. And I'm actually... like, I could go Karasu here. I could go Morley, put him in an awkward spot next turn. I could also cheat out the Sabo. And heal. Or sorry, anti-starve. I don't think that's necessary right now. Actually it is, because otherwise his Yamato hits my 4-cost, and we can't have that. So we're gonna do it like that. And we're gonna pass. He still shouldn't have any form of lethal here, because he only has 2 swings. Like, yeah, he has 3. We have blocker. We're chilling here. And now he only has 5 cards in hand. So next turn he would have to trigger a bunch if he wants to live 1 more turn. And like, even if this is Yamato here, he heals and pops one of these. It's not that strong of a play. We'll still have 5 swings and a Ivankov and an Inazuma in hand. We can also Karasu out of the Ivankov. We can play down the Inazuma. We have so many lines here. I'm not really worried. Should be GDs from here. I mean, of course, he can always go like triple trigger, right? In which case we lose. And he's going to go Karakuri to heal this Nami, most likely. But at that point, I mean, he still doesn't have lethal next turn now. So even with the Nami here, he's in a bad spot. But he might opt to remove one of my things instead, like maybe the Ivankov. Because that would, getting rid of my Ivankov here would damage my next turn for sure. But, yep, okay, he goes for the Koala. That's a misplay. But, yeah, now he definitely doesn't have any sort of lines here. Because he doesn't have lethal next turn. But he also doesn't have lethal this turn. I think we're going to start by stage here, obviously. I'll grab another Inazuma. Could come in clutch if he does live this turn. We are going to play the Inazuma, I think. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. Beat out the Karasu. Play the Inazuma over the Karasu. Boost. Wide. You always want to go wide against this deck. And we'll go 6 at face. Into 4, right? So he's already in a bad spot here. He takes. Let's see if he triggers here. He does not. Okay. We'll hit him with another 6. This is interesting here. He does have one Dawn up as well, but okay. So he has the plus 3k counter there. That's nice. I think I'm fine to use this, right? I'll wait with that. We'll start with a 7. He should have to take that. I doubt he has double 2k here. Yeah, so we'll hit him with 7, 7, 7, 7. I think we have perfect lethal here. Even maybe not with the trigger. Yeah, even I think with the trigger we're swinging 7, 8. I think we're good. We'll go 7. See if he has enough counter now. After the, I mean, he's possibly got a 2k from the life, right? He did not. He miscountered. He forgot he's a 4k leader, which is gonna happen. But even if he had enough counter there, right? He's now sitting on 2 cards. Will swing 7 and 8. I mean, realistically, they always have like 1 brick at least in NL, right? That's like their whole thing is playing bricks. And even if we don't have lethal this turn, we literally still sitting on 3 life. We even had a Hormone here, which would have cheated out like Karasu. So we were big chilling. This is why this matchup is like favored these days, right? All right, so we are up against our final NL here. Don't think I keep this hand. He's going second here, so we're going first, which is really awkward, but which means we just definitely need a 1 cost or a 3 drop. And there's the 1 cost and the 3 drop, actually. We're going to go Betty here. And we have the Koala, but it's a little bit off curve for us. So I think we're going to grab this Sabo here just to prevent Gadatsu from hitting things. Yeah, I think that's the only play we have. I mean, the other Sabo's not going to help us. So we have on curve like anti-starve here, which is really good. And there's Ivankov as well. Okay, nice, nice, nice. I will swing 5 here. We'll see what he does. And we're just going to play down the Karasu, I think. Just to get another body on board. We'll pass. Next turn, we're probably just going to go Ivankov. I wanted to go Sabo, but realistically, going here and then hitting like something, like I can still hit the Sabo and I can hit 4 cost Ivankov off of this Ivankov, which means I can get this out anyways. I just think I have so many outs, right? He plays this, that's fine. He doesn't starve. Okay, really nice. And there's the Ivankov. Okay. But that means I don't really need the cards that I thought I needed. We'll go Ivankov. We'll go Morley. We'll go 5 face. Now it's just a game of attrition here where it's like I need to spam up bodies that he can't remove on curve, right? Because he can only take care of one thing a turn, and I can get out multiple characters a turn. So not really too worried right here. He's already down at 2 life, so we can start applying pressure very soon. Especially if he doesn't find any blockers. Gonna be another Red Hawk to get rid of my Ivankov. Okay. But that's fine. It's gonna be Zeus as well. Okay, but you're now taking your own life, so that's no problem. He's gonna swing 5 here. I'm going to take it, and then I'm going to still go 6 cost koala next turn. I don't mind going down this far in life, if I'm being honest. I really don't care. We'll pitch the stage. I don't think I'll need it. We'll cheat out the Karasu. Yeah, we'll cheat out the Karasu. We'll go 5 here, because he has to counter one of these swings, unless he wants to go down to 0 life. And he decides to take the first one. Interesting. We'll see what he does here. Heals. Oh, did he trigger the 0 cost event? Wow, that was lucky. Because now he can just take this too, without going down to 0. But I mean, that is the Enel matchup, right? But we don't mind. We're fairly wide here. He's going to 8, so he doesn't really have anything on curve here except Katakuri. And that's just going to remove one thing and not really threaten me too much. I think if anything, he should probably heal the Zeus with the Katakuri, just so he's not in a really bad spot next turn. We do have the Ivankov out, so we can cheat out the Karasu. I think we're in a good spot here. Gotta be Katakuri. We'll see what he heals, but now because he healed me, he doesn't have lethal next turn. So this is actually a really funky turn. I wish I had Inazuma here, but we're just gonna go like this. I'll pitch the Ivankov, I think. This is not to kill him this turn. This is just to pressure him. If he triggers something here, yeah, I wouldn't have swung with these, but now I feel comfortable swinging with these because he has to defend counter out of one of these, and it's such a big swing that it's like he literally might not have it, but even if he has it, he loses all of his resources from hand. There we go. One more 2k. Yep, and then 1k. Nice. Okay, so he has it, but now he's in the position where he has like nothing, right? Yamato doesn't hit anything. So next turn you'll be at 1 life. And you'll be forced to like I still have 3 swings, right? And you're gonna swing into these, which I will just defend one of them. I can actually defend both of them, which is crazy. So next turn we have lethal guaranteed, even if he heals and he'll like, okay, sure, he can go 0 cost into 0 cost event, but he's gonna try to push here. Okay, I have to do math now, but realistically, what can he swing? He can swing. He doesn't have enough. I have 3. Oh god, that is disgusting. But I'm not gonna use that. Mostly because I want him to try to think he has lethal here. Yet if I go here into this, like then he doesn't have it. He knows he doesn't have it. See, it's 10-10. 10-11 with Enamaru. I think now that he's gone down to 8, I think I'm still good to... The thing is, I'm scared of Amaru, right? If he has 1 Amaru, I literally don't have enough counter. So I think I have to counter this. Because like one Amaru and I'm cooked. And we can't have that. And I think like if he doesn't have Amaru, it's just 9-11. Actually, no, it doesn't matter because it's a brick. So it's 10-10. But I'm too scared of Amaru there. I have game next turn, like no matter what he does here, right? So we are still fine. He's going to swing 10, face. Okay, so he's given up. And that's GG's, yeah. Yeah, so you see the options he had there was like ace, right? To heal and get rid of one of these. But, I mean, I still have 4 swings. And yeah, just a disgusting triple Karasu here. But yeah, this matchup is just, it's favored now, right? Like, he didn't try to starve me, but even if he did, we had so many anti-starve options that Enel doesn't really have much they can do, to be honest. You just go wide too fast, and you're able to push that lethal, and no problem. Alright, that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed and maybe even learned a couple of things. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below. It helps me out a ton. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe and even turn the notifications on. That way you can be the first to see my videos when they drop. And you know, I post like basically every day. So make sure you're subscribed to not miss anything. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.